Law firm branding, how to become the choice as a lawyer in your market versus a choice. Big discussion point. Obviously, the legal niche as an industry is one of the most competitive niches in the world when it comes to service-based companies. So why is this important? Because your brand is going to be your differentiation proposition, which allows you to become an authority within either a specific area or a specific niche or both of law. And when I talk about branding, I'm not talking about blind billboard initiatives, which most lawyers can't afford to do. So I'm not saying just generally, get your law firm's name out there, or just pound in people's heads your law firm's name and what you do with a generic platitude. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying branding as a strategic approach to business development for your law firm and to building authority in a market. Now, this is going to relate to your goals. One thing I'm always, very clear on when it comes to branding for lawyers, anything that you think you should hide from your target market is actually something you should double down on and own. So again, small lawyers try and hide from the fact that they're small. Big lawyers usually hide from the fact that they're too big and they try and become overly humanized. But you just need to own whatever phase you're at as a law firm. You need to own it and you need to speak on the benefits of it. So for example, if you're a smaller law firm, then you need to make absolutely sure you milk that out as much as you possibly can. Hey, we're going to give personalized attention. We really care. We're going to give you, you're going to be able to talk to the attorney directly. You're going to be giving my cell phone number. Stuff like that is important to differentiate why they should choose a small firm versus the resources that could potentially come from a large firm. If you're a large firm, you want to obviously bank on, hey, we have more resources, we have more connections, we have X, Y, we have more experience combined, whatever. You need to own your differentiators. So I want you to think of two questions. The first question is, what are my top 3 differentiators? What are the top 3 things I know I can deliver on better than 90% of my competition? Okay. Then I want you to think, remove 2 of them and think, what's the number 1 differentiator of my firm? And that should be related to your tagline, okay? Your tagline needs to be relevant to your number 1 differentiator. It needs to be related to your target market, okay? And it needs to actually be applied to 3 areas too. Not just what your potential clients see, which would be an external tagline, but you need internal taglines as well. You need internal taglines for your employees, what you stand for internally as a company, okay? You need taglines for existing clients, right? The tagline that you use to get someone to sign up with you could be different than the tagline that you use to retain a client or to grow with a client, right? Taglines are not one and done applied to everything. They actually can be applied to multiple facets of your business, to existing clients, to your employees. Hey, here's how we run our business internally, and to potential clients, incentivizing them to sign up with you. Okay, so you take your 1 differentiator, you have that filter through your tagline, you relate your tagline to your target market, and then you break up your tagline into 3 segments: current clients, potential clients, and employees, which is internal. Okay, beautiful. Now, one note I want to make on taglines is that they've done studies and they've actually found that the one that resonates the most with potential clients to sign people up is the quote-unquote roll up your sleeves argument. That works well. So like saying something along the lines of, we're a law firm that'll be gritty, roll up our sleeves, get into the da-da-da, and we're not going to treat you like a number. So think of that when you're thinking of potential taglines for your firm. Next is your name. Now, it may be too late if you already have a law firm name, But I always say, if you can find a way to simplify your name, please, 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 please find a way to simplify your law firm's name. If you are still in a position to choose the name of your law firm, I always say think about the order of the partners if you're going to be using the partners' last names in some way to name the firm, and also think about what specific partners' last names are the most memorable versus the generic last names that no one's going to ever remember. And then also, I want you to think about the risk of actually using partner names in your law firm. So for example, if one lawyer, the one with the most memorable name, for example, leaves your firm and they're in the name of your firm, then all of your branding actions could be ruined if their name is removed from that firm. So I always suggest to find ways to brand name your firm. So for example, one of my friends, we came up with the name Top Dog Law, and people remember that. And it's a resonant brand versus, last name, last name, last name, last name, last name. I just think that's ludicrous to name your firm like 14 different last names. But another thing in your name, which can be easily added in, is, even if you already have a firm name, is you just put your practice area, your core practice area, at the bottom of your logo. So, for example, if it's, Johnson Burger Law, at the bottom, let's say you do 95%, family law, you just say Johnson Burger, family law attorneys. That's it. Doing that one thing and having that logo on all of your marketing correspondence will go a long way in giving the potential clients who come into contact with that logo and that brand name familiarity with you and feel like you are the choice in that niche versus a choice. You can also add your local area in it. Chicago's family law attorney, Chicago's go-to family law attorney, right? You could say that. So that can make you appear as more of the choice versus a choice for someone with a specific need. The last thing I want to talk about is design. So many people get wrapped up on design elements on their website, but really most lawyers just need to understand that I don't necessarily think design is the end all be all for law firm branding. I think that the most important thing is to just make your law firm's brand not look like it's just like a boring gavel or a boring, list of partners' initials. Instead, I want you to be conscious about your law firm's brand just being simple. You don't have to have some complicated design. I think the most important thing in your design is actually just color. I think messaging is a lot more important. So again, having the sub logo explanation with your geography and your core practice area, having a resonant tagline that's external facing, that's going to be a lot more important than this crazy complicated design on your website and crazy complicated design on your logo. But if there is one thing to focus on with design, it's really just color. The reason I say that is because what they've found in internet marketing for lawyers is that contrast is one of the biggest money makers. And what I mean by that is let's say you have a blue logo. Your logo is colored blue. Your whole website has themes of blue through it. But then your call to action, when you say call now or click here to talk to a lawyer, those call to action should be a contrasting color to your logo color and to your website color. So if you're planning out a new brand color, keep that in mind. You don't want to have a color that then makes it really hard to have a contrasting color on your landing pages and your website. So be conscious of that and understand that if you choose a blue logo, you're going to have red call to actions on your website work the best, right? Because that's going to stand out to people. If you're looking for branding help for your law firm, then go to smbteam.com, submit your information, or call us, because we do what we call brand overhauls. Now, if you don't have a brand, then it technically wouldn't be an overhaul. But what we do is we'll go through all of these things with you: your logo, your fonts, your colors, your designs, all that good stuff, tagline, and with the ultimate goal of you coming out with a full brand guideline sheet that you can then apply to all of your future marketing correspondence. So if you're interested in that, again, go to smbteam.com, submit your information. We'll follow up on that. Regardless, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get immediate notifications when we release more valuable content like this, so you can stay ahead of the trends. In the comments, if there's anything I left out you want more information on, let me know. Leave a comment, and maybe we'll make another video on it, or we'll reply to your comment. Either way, I want you to grow your law firm the smart way by using this information. Stay great.